Every single year, American drivers drop over $5 billion replacing car batteries, and a staggering 25% of those batteries fail before the warranty even expires. That is not a defect rate, that is a business model. The battery shelf is split hard in two directions. On one side, properly engineered units built to handle a brutal engine bay. On the other, thin-cased, cost-engineered boxes wearing familiar names, sitting right next to each other at the same counter, looking identical, behaving like chemical time bombs under your hood. Here is what the parts counter guy will not tell you. That cheap battery deal can quietly leak sulfuric acid onto your wiring harness, eat through your battery tray, blister your paint, and hand you a $4,000 repair bill, all before the free replacement window closes. Smart owners right now are pulling specific brands off their shopping lists entirely. Not because the battery stopped working, but because of what it does on the way out. Stick around until the end, because the final brand on this list is one you see stacked to the ceiling in parts stores across the country, and mechanics absolutely dread what it does to every engine bay it touches. Number 10. Everstart Value. Walmart's chemical time bomb. Everstart Value is the most purchased car battery in the United States. It is also consistently ranked the single worst, priced under $80 and stacked floor to ceiling in every Walmart, because volume is the business model here, not longevity. Here is the thing. This battery uses a conventional flooded lead-acid design with internal plates so thin that mechanics in hot climate states refuse to recommend it on principle. Real-world lifespan in Arizona and Texas has been documented at under 18 months. The stated warranty promises more. The battery does not care. The real kicker is the thermal management situation, and by thermal management we mean there is none. Modern engine bays regularly hit over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. In that heat, the electrolyte evaporates faster, and the weak post seal degrades. What follows are micro cracks in the casing, slow acid seepage, a corrosion process working silently under your hood before you notice a single symptom. Translation: the cheapest component in the battery is the seal holding the acid inside. Everstart Value is the fast food of car batteries. Cheap, convenient, and guaranteed to cause problems you will not trace back to the original bad decision until the repair bill arrives. Number 9. Duralast Standard. AutoZone's countdown clock. Duralast Standard is a private label contract product made for AutoZone by whichever supplier wins the bid each production cycle. Two batteries from the same shelf can perform completely differently in your car. That is the documented reality of what private label contract manufacturing does when quality control answers to a retail margin instead of an engineering standard. But here is where it gets truly desperate. The prorated warranty after year 1 is designed to protect AutoZone, not you. Once that first year passes, the reimbursement scale pays back less and less as the battery fails more and more. And the acid crystallization eating your cable connectors and tray metal below, that corrosion repair runs between $500 and $700. The Duralast warranty does not touch a single dollar of that. Duralast Standard delivers something closer to a countdown clock, one you cannot hear ticking until the acid is already pooling under your hood. Number 8. Exide Essential. 135 years of history destroyed. If this channel is opening your eyes to what is sitting under your hood, hit subscribe and tap like right now, because we have 7 more brands ahead and you need to hear all of them before your next parts store run. Exide has manufactured batteries since 1888. That legacy should mean something. Instead, the Essential line is what happens when a century of credibility gets gutted by 2 bankruptcy filings, Chapter 11. In 2014, and major restructuring in 2020, and a supply chain that no longer answers to any coherent quality standard. Here is the thing. Internal cell connections fail at a rate independent testers describe as alarming. Energy density deteriorates fast. Real-world lifespan sits around 2 years, well below the 4 to 5 year range any reputable battery should deliver. Thin internal lead plates and a weak cell separator design let internal pressure build against case seams and post seals. That pressure finds the path of least resistance. Terminal acid leakage has been specifically documented in Exide units, crystallized sulfuric acid wicking down the case and attacking every metal surface it contacts. 135 years of manufacturing history reduced to a leaking case on a budget shelf. Number 7. Mighty Max. The warranty that was never meant to be used. Mighty Max is not a battery manufacturer. It is a label on third-party production cells sourced from the cheapest available supplier. No factory, no engineering team, no accountability. What there is a warranty designed specifically to never be honored. And get this. Documented cases show units going completely dead within 7 months. The warranty requires shipping the failed battery, 30 to 60 pounds, back at the customer's expense. Shipping costs exceed $150, often more than the battery itself cost. That is not a warranty. That is a deterrent dressed in warranty language. The real kicker is what happens under your hood while you debate whether the claim is worth filing. No thermal management, no batch consistency, thin case plastic, variable post seal quality. The electrolyte seeping from a failing post seal is already working on your battery tray while you are waiting for a reply email that may never come. Mighty Max is mighty in name only. Number 6. Weize AGM, the premium price tag, budget tier damage. Before we keep going, drop a comment right now. Have you personally dealt with a leaking battery, acid damage, or corroded terminals? Tell us the brand and what the cleanup cost you. That data is what parts stores never want trending. Weize markets itself as an AGM battery, the premium technology standard used in stop-start systems and modern high-demand vehicles. It is priced to compete with legitimate AGM products. That is exactly the trap. A 100 amp-hour Weize AGM failed within a single season. A lithium variant from the same brand failed within 3 months. There is no North American service center. Customers ship failed batteries to California at their own cost, often more than the economic value of the claim itself. AGM batteries have tighter construction tolerances than flooded cells. When internal pressure management fails in an AGM design, consequences arrive faster and hit harder. But here is where it gets truly dangerous. Weize's manufacturing inconsistency creates a lottery. Some units hold, some fail catastrophically, and when they fail, nothing is standing behind them. A Weize battery is like buying a cheap pressure cooker. It looks fine until the day it lets go, and that day becomes entirely your problem. Number 5. DieHard Advanced Gold. $180 for 6 weeks. DieHard was once the gold standard of American automotive retail. Then Sears collapsed, Advance Auto Parts acquired the name in 2019, and the Advanced Gold line became one of the more painful falls from grace in parts store history. The Advanced Gold retails at $180. In Consumer Reports standardized life cycle testing, it died after 6 to 7 weeks. Comparable batteries in the same test lasted over 13 weeks at the same or lower cost. That is not a bad batch. That is a systematic quality control failure. And get this, the AGM design should theoretically resist leaks. But when internal cell connections degrade prematurely, internal pressure builds, case seams are stressed, and electrolyte seepage risk climbs sharply. The brand name creates dangerous confidence you have not earned. DieHard used to be the gold standard. Now it is just trying to remember what gold looked like and charging you $180 for the nostalgia. Number 4. Motorcraft Basic, Ford's budget. Trap Motorcraft is installed at Ford dealerships by Ford-certified technicians, and the basic tier delivers a real-world lifespan of just 2 to 3 years sitting in an engine bay Ford itself designed, one that regularly exceeds 200 degrees Fahrenheit under normal operation. Here is the thing. Ford dealerships actively upsell customers from Motorcraft Basic to tested Tough Max at the service counter. That is Ford's own service department telling you in real time that the basic battery is not good enough for your car. Poor thermal design in that underhood heat accelerates electrolyte evaporation, weakens post seals progressively, and creates a slow acid leak the driver never catches until terminal and cable damage are already visible. The mechanic who installs the Basic and recommends the Tough Max 3 years later is collecting labor twice on the same vehicle. Motorcraft Basic is Ford's way of telling you to spend more, in a language that does not get spoken until acid is already at work beneath your battery tray. Number 3. Bosch 3. German badge, budget battery Bosch. The name triggers trust in anyone who has bought German-engineered components. This 3 entry-level line uses every bit of that trust as a sales mechanism while consistently underperforming where your engine needs it most. Multiple testing organizations have documented this 3 for subpar cold weather starting. Cranking. Performance drops materially after the first year. And here is where it gets truly revealing. This 3 uses conventional flooded construction without the enhanced plate design or thermal management of Bosch's premium lines. Reduced plate surface area means the battery cycles harder to start the car, accelerating plate wear. That degradation produces sulfation, lead sulfate crystals that generate excess internal heat and stress case seams from the inside out. In markets with brutally hot summers and hard winters, that thermal stress cycle runs year-round without relief. The Bosch 3 is the automotive equivalent of a designer knockoff. The badge says one thing, the battery delivers another, and your engine bay absorbs the entire difference. Number 2. AC Delco Standard, GM's written confession. AC Delco has equipped GM vehicles for decades. The standard tier is the entry-level version of that trusted name. NSC Delco itself describes it in product documentation as suitable for price-sensitive buyers or older vehicles with lower power needs. Translation: their own language admits this battery is not built for modern GM vehicles with stop-start systems, advanced electronics, and complex battery management demands. GM technicians routinely recommend upgrading to AC Delco Professional AGM on late-model vehicles, a direct internal acknowledgement that the standard line is inadequate for the platforms it supports. Cheap plate construction under modern electrical load leads to early sulfation, accelerated plate failure, and internal pressure building against case seams. The driver who saves $40 choosing standard is setting a corrosion clock in motion that ends in terminal damage, connector replacement, and potential electrolyte seepage into a battery tray that GM itself does not adequately shield on many model lines. AC Delco Standard is GM's fine print, and by the time you finish reading it, the damage is already done. Number 1. Carquest Standard, the one-year confession. And here we are, the brand stacked at every Carquest counter, pushed front and center to every budget-conscious buyer, the one with a warranty so short the brand itself is handing you the truth about what is inside before you crack it open. Carquest Standard carries a one-year free replacement warranty. Their own silver, gold, and platinum AGM lines carry 2 to 3 year warranties. That gap is not a pricing strategy, it is a durability admission. Mechanics report this line showing terminal corrosion earlier than comparable flooded batteries, eating cable connectors and tray paint within the first 18 months. On schedule, predictably. Here is the thing. Sulfation creates lead sulfate crystals that generate excess internal heat, stressing the battery case from the inside out. Combined with weak post seals common in budget-flooded construction, that pressure finds a way out, at the terminal base, the case seam, or the batteries. Bottom edge sitting directly above your wiring harness. The one-year warranty is Carquest protecting itself. The technician behind the counter knows it. The standard exists to move you up the tier ladder, not to solve your problem. Carquest Standard is a one-year lease with no buyout option. The payment comes straight out of your engine bay, your wiring harness, and your wallet. The bottom line is this: a leaking battery does not just kill itself, the acid travels. Wiring harness repair from battery acid corrosion runs between $100 and $1,500 for moderate damage. Full harness replacement on a vehicle like a Honda Accord reaches $4,400. Battery tray replacement and connector repair add hundreds more on top of that. One bad battery, silently seeping over 18 months, can generate a 4-figure bill before you notice a single warning sign. Before you grab the cheapest box on the shelf, check the warranty tier. A brand that backs its own battery for 1 year is handing you the truth in writing. Spend the extra $30 to $40. Buy the AGM. Protect the wiring. Protect the tray. Protect the car you depend on every day. Hit subscribe if you want the truth about 2026 parts and brands, not the sales pitch the counter guy is reading off a screen. We tell you what is actually happening under your hood, and we are not finished yet.